What? How can
Just
I
do the thing. Do the thing, Nix. I'm losing the tracks. I need some sort of something.
I did set the DV to 20 in my head. So yeah.
Oh, it's game, man.
It's soul helping you, like the little bit of guidance. You start this dogged pursuit of these sets of tracks, and you almost like run as you follow these tracks. You know exactly that broken branch, that footprint, that smell in the air. You're like starting to turn into a bloodhound, keeping low to the ground, sniffing everywhere you go, and then soul like whispering in your ear as they help you, and you eventually come upon this slightly open area where there is this dead campfire and a big blood splatter on the ground, and there's where the track ends.
I don't like the looks of that scene.
Neither do I.
No, there must be some. Let's get over. Maybe there are some taxes we're missing. Maybe someone rescued him. We don't know. Come, let's move on. Let's get a move on, shall we?
You said they end here, right?
Come on, that can die like this in a pool of his own.
Hey, let's not jump to conclusions. That is a bit of a wild
there's
card.
no
Maybe he tracked someone
body.
down in his watch.
Yes, but why is he?
I don't know.
Write
Let's-
a letter.
Do we have anything but Fado? Maybe we can compare handwriting or something.
No. Never asked that to write anything down.
Shh, no, okay. So we have tracks coming from the camp, and we have a big pool of blood here.
Well, the letter doesn't really offer much. It does seem a little strange that he would give up so quickly. And we don't know what his handwriting is, so as far as we're concerned, it could be like someone took him. But he did tell us yesterday morning that Rahadin was pretty much with him. They had a bargain, and well, I don't know about you, but I never really took that as being 100% completely truthful. That doesn't mean to say that this is Thad's blood, but there's nobody, at least.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was.
I don't like this.
Neither do I.
Come on, Nix, you have lots of magics. Maybe you can magic an answer or something.
I don't know what you're expecting from me. I mean, I can. Actually, let's see. And Nix will. Okay, he's gonna try this out. He will think of the cape of the Countback and cast Locate Object.
Oh yeah. Thad had another magical item on him. Oh god, I forgot about that. The cape of Countbank.
A lost soul, right? The 13 for a level 2 spell.
Oh, but that was also left behind with the knife at the camp.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then
I forgot that he had a second item.
I don't know what else to. I can't cast it on him. I don't know what else that
Do you
had.
remember anything? An item of clothing, maybe?
But the thing is, I don't recall anything that stood out with that. He always asked for something very bland, very nondescript, and I can't just say, look for someone with a shirt on. It won't work that way. It has to be something specific, something about him, and he never really had anything special about him, other than the things that were left back in the camp.
Oh, yeah, there were boots that was also left behind by that.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, right.
For his feces?
Yeah, there were boots
No.
that are leatherly and expertly carved, and
I mean, if you decide to run away, why would you leave all these items behind? That doesn't make any sense.
I misfilmed my end.
He doesn't sleep with his boots on.
And his dagger?
Nix, make me an intelligence check.
Just raw intelligence.
Raw intelligence.
Well, that's not gonna go too well.
Well, we shall see, shall we?
Oh,
Oh, nice.
15. Okay, I set to deviate to 15 in my mind. So yeah, when you think back a bit on it, and you're like really trying hard to think, there was this ring Thad had. Remember that he sometimes, played with and looked at and ruminated over?
Yeah, but whilst that is true, the spell calls for you have to know the details of it, and Nyx doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
Like
Then no.
he would just say ring, but then someone else has a ring nearby. It has to be
True.
something specific.
All right. Well, you remember that, and you're like, oh shit, that doesn't work either.
I don't know if that was a little bit more forthcoming. Unless one of you can tell me or give me an illusion, cast a spell to help me. I
don't think I can pull that from my memory.
But then we're kind of stuck.
Damn it.
Amatia is going to try and sniff the blood and see if he recognizes Thad's smell.
Does it really work that way?
I don't know, he's trying something!
But if somebody had like an animal that had like keen senses, which would include smell.
Oh, I do! Wait! Soul Huntsman, I think.
No, not a smell.
Let's see. Soul. Please load. I'm stressed. Please load. Okay. You're not loading. There we go. And 10. A morph has advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
What?
What?
Yeah? You wrote this! Why are you surprised?
He's got some heckin' sniffers.
I think it's because they use their smell to get around, but they don't specifically,
Have tracker sense?
yeah, have tracker sense in that sense. I mean, if you had a dog with you,
A woofer?
Give me. I took the knife. I'm going to cast Conjure Animals, and I'm going to conjure a dog.
I mean, but we have established which animals you kind of have focused on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I want to keep that from a thematic standpoint.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Maybe giant elk can smell. Oh my god.
Look, Thad is a resilient guy. I'm sure, because we don't see his body here. We don't know this blood. I can't track him down.
Is it?
Who
But it's
knows?
very weird. Look,
Yes,
it's
it's
just
weird,
blood
but-
here. If it was dark, then I would see a trail of blood, but we don't.
Look, you saw how he took care of the abbot. He is able. He's a mercenary. Yes, okay, he wrote. There's a letter. Whether or not we believe this letter or not is another thing.
We don't believe this letter.
But look, we can't do anything here. What we can do is keep to what we agreed to do, and that if he comes back to us, we'll know where we are, because that is what we said we would do. If we derail from where we're going,
But what
And
if he
we-
needs our help? What if he's in trouble? What if
If
This
he
is
needs
his
our help,
blood.
he would have asked for our help.
He wouldn't, because Fat is like, oh, I'm so stoic because I do things.
I'm unsure about his origins. Illyria, you would know him best. What should we do?
I met him like once when we were very young. Like,
And, well, that's more than we have.
I mean,
Sure, he kept his
woman-
cards really close to the chest.
It just seems a little bit strange that yesterday he was telling us that Rahudin was inquisiting him, and the way that he phrased things, I always got the sensation that he wasn't saying the whole truth. I don't know if Thadis got his own agenda here. He shows up, Strahd gives him to us, basically, and says, now you're keeping Illyria safe?
Well, he was supposed to tell them about what we were doing.
Maybe he had another meeting and it didn't go as well as he planned, just like when we were discussing it last time and he said that he tried to lie to Rahudin. And maybe he tried again because he wanted us to be safe.
And now what?
And now we don't know. We can't track him. We don't know where he
Can't
is.
find him.
Can't find him. But maybe
But he left us all of his magical items.
or he was in the midst of getting changed.
I don't think so.
Rahudin, well,
I
I don't
don't
know.
think
Last time he was, he said he was taking a piss, and then you don't put on your magical items when you take a piss at night.
Yes, but I mean, if it was Hardy, or anyone.
I mean, it seems like they were purposefully left behind.
Yeah, I mean, all of his other clothes are not here, so I don't think he got completely butt naked and went on a stroll.
I don't have any answers for you both. I know he's not here. I know Thad is very resilient, and maybe he'll come back. But can you honestly say that it's not a little bit relieving to know that someone who was a mole in our party is no longer with us?
No!
Why not?
Because he was more than just a mole. He was a person, and I liked him.
Me too. But
I mean, he definitely had questionable at best past. But I do think he was trustworthy.
perhaps. But that's the thing. Never really knew with that.
Why are you saying these things?
I'm saying my truth, Hematia.
Fad was loyal to us, Nix. Yes, he wouldn't tell us anything. But Fad would say otherwise. How would he say it if he wasn't loyal to us? Why? Why do you question his loyalty?
Because he was working for Strahd.
Well, and he told us.
He was...
He was employed by Strahd
He was
to look
stuck
after.
here.
Yes, of course.
All
but
of his people were killed by Strahd.
He wasn't employed, he was enslaved.
I'm not enjoying this, but I'm just positing the possibility here. Well, the alternative is that he was killed and taken somewhere. So I'm
Okay.
thinking more positively, even though I'm spinning this in some sort of dark light. That could still be alive. He's just maybe needs to get, I don't know, reorientation.
So whose blood is this
A lot of
exactly?
blood.
I don't know.
And
Actually, Bexy, would it be possibly known whether or not blood in a vampire looks different once spilt? Like, it's not like black and deoxidized and stuff. Yeah.
Oh. Would that be known?
If I spill the blood of a vampire and I spill the blood of a child,
What?
would they be the same color?
Interesting choices there. Okay, make me an intelligence check.
Okay, Nix is real intelligent about this.
No, you have no idea.
I don't have answers, like I said.
There was a physical altercation here, and we are 15%, 25% sure that hand was involved, and now there's a pool of blood, and we don't know anything, and it's stressing me out a little bit.
Hamati, do you have any vials?
Yes, yes, I think I do. I have this potion that I fed you. There you go.
True. Try and capture some blood as cleanly as possible. And there may be still a chance.
Amatia is going to... How is she going to do this? She is going to put the vial in one place and hurl with druid craft little wind, so to make little blood waves, so that way into the vial.
Wait, what are we trying to do?
Get some blood here in the vial.
Okay.
Like a blood sample.
All right. There will be some contamination of, mud. That's just inevitable. But you try your best with the help of, cantrips. And it's mostly pure. And it doesn't, fill the whole vial. It's more like a 1/3 of it. But, you got some. Because the blood seems to have been already soaking a bit into the ground.
Right, I'll put vial of my dead friend's blood in the inventory.
Welcome to Barovia. Take a look around.
I can't do anything with it right now, but there is a spell that is known that if you have some blood, you can see where they are. You can peer through the ether. So, it's not the end if we lose track of that. As long as we have that, I should be able to, at some point, be able to locate him. If that is his blood. Or whoever's blood this is. If it turns out to be some sort of boar's blood, then, well...
A flat, I guess, but... It's the best shot we have. I don't like this.
There's so many questions. But... I believe that is strong enough to find his way back to us. Whether or not we accept him at that point based on his story is another question.
I hope you're right, Nix.
I'd rather this than the alternative, Amatia. I don't think I could handle another person dead on my watch.
Oh God, what if he is dead?
or something worse.
What do you mean worse?
We are in Barovia after all.
Oh, no. No, that can't happen. You can't. Oh, no.
There's nothing for us to do here, Amatia. Thad will find his way back to us, or we will find him. Keep that safe.
Okay, yeah. Fine.
Let's go.
Okay. Meanwhile... Let's change scenes. That's not the right one.
Oh my god, it's Asphodel.
New animated map.
He's taking a shit on a log.
Why do you have to ruin it?
Cut to Asphodel wiping her ass with a moss leaf.
Doing something with
Why do you have to ruin it?
Why, Boss? There's plenty of normal leaves.
Softer?
There's a proper burn right there.
Okay. Ooh, Musty. Welcome, welcome. Asphoda. After Sir Godfrey Gwillem gave you some advice and a magical scroll of a special application, you set out to search for the dragon's skull, hoping to restore Argynvost's power to aid you in the battle against Ra, but also honor the vows that you have made to the Argent Purifiers. Your journey brought you north at first, hoping to search the area north of Lake Sarwich, one of the areas that Godfrey said he couldn't go to by the obedience he had to give his former lover, Grandmaster Horngod. But, of course, there was an ulterior motive to this course of action. Of course, for you to pass through the small fishing village where you left Gilly, Lottie, Jessica, and Felix behind, to see how they were settling in. Your journey in the thick woods north of the Swalloch Wood Road and west of Alaki were worrying, to say the least. The tracks of wolves of different sizes and of different people howling in the night. If you had hair on your neck, it would stand on end. Your worst fears were, however, realized as you approached that fishing village. A house or two had been burned down, the inhabitants distraught. Precious supplies had been stolen, and precious children too. When you inquired further, after their fear of you had abated, they described how Gilly and Lottie had left the day after to search for the missing children, which included Felix and Jessica. Worried, you tried to track in the wilds surrounding the village, and even with your capabilities, you did find some leads, followed them, but they all turned up moot for different reasons. Most of all because the whole area is littered with thick underbrush and a lot of tracks, making it very confusing. During this time, that's when you had the very interesting sighting of a strange dwarf. Then, one mist-filled morning, you're still on the trail of some wolves and men moving south, a stone toss away from the shore of the offshoot lake coming off of the west runoff of Lake Sarvich. You have been tracking it since yesterday, and it seems more recent and fresh than the tracks you have found so far. You have been at it for about an hour this morning, when the woods open up to a small clearing. The tracks take a sharp turn into the woods once again, keeping out of sight, presumably. But you don't want to do the same. Curiosity wells up instead for what you see ahead.
Ooh, new map.
Stuff and things and stuff.
Yo, new map.
thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters of this cold mountain lake. Ahead is a grass-covered causeway that stretches out onto the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud, and you can see clear but old wagon tracks that end at it. Following their path with your gaze backwards, they seem to originate from an overgrown road leading further south. You approach carefully, wondering what this could be. As you approach the wagon, it seems to you Wistani-like, but sturdier and a little bit of different make. That befuddlement gets immediately dispelled as soon as you see the wooden sign hanging at the back of it. Keep out! Property of Esmeralda. What a fortuitous find! You think to yourself. Then, you hear the sound of someone breathing, with a lot of rasp in it, and it's almost like a small stone that impacts water just ahead. What do you want to do?
She is going to inspect this breathing. Just walk towards where she hears it. With caution, just in case. Halberd out.
I assumed as much.
Let's go!
I assumed as much. It's in this direction over here that you hear this soft sound.
Oh, okay. She carefully makes her way with her jangly armor.
You can hear a distressed male voice go, "Whoever you are, keep away, please. I am no threat. Just leave me alone."
No. Why should I?
I have nothing of value. I am of no threat. Please don't.
If you're not a threat, I do believe your breathing says otherwise.
You kind of with your height at this point, you see kind of there, kind of slouched down among this stony region close to the shore, kind of like moved down a few stones, sitting very close to the water, seeming like hiding. There's a big cloak around this figure, but the head is visible to you, and it looks up over the stones at this point at you with a very fearful look in their eyes. And this is whom you see.
Yeah, I don't even remember this person, so...
What the hell?
Make me an intelligence check with advantage.
Gotcha.
It's from the lucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this is number 5, of course.
Int check.
No.
Oh, that's investing. Okay, it's just
intelligence.
Roll.
With
Okay,
advantage.
I got this.
Because he's looking slightly different.
Is he?
Yeah, he doesn't look as
that's
sickly
different.
anymore, that's for sure.
Oh, true.
I got an
Did he hit the
11.
Yeah, but that's definitely enough. Like, it was a high DC to this. This you recognize as Milivoy, the gravedigger for the Church of Saint Andral in Valaki that was sick and had his soul slowly eaten by the strange shadowy entity that you expelled from Felix.
Oh, I remember now.
The one who was sick in the bed all the time, you know?
Yeah, okay.
But he's such a hunk.
Yeah,
He is a hunk.
The token change, I thought he was like younger, but this is...
No, perhaps 19 to 23 at max, you know, that perfect,
Okay.
you know, hunky age, I guess.
Oh, okay. She...
The question
wait. Okay, she retracts her halberd, stowing it behind her, and says, Milavoy, from Milwaukee.
there's like a yelp coming from his mouth, and then, what are you?
What am I? What are you doing here?
But then his fear turned to like a very puzzled look on his face, and then, wait, no, they speak of somebody that looked like a dragon as the saviors of Wallaki, companions of Saint Illyria, who helped to heal me. Sir Asphodel?
Yes, that would be me.
It's like a huge breath that is expelled, and his like shoulders droop for like 2 centimeters. Oh well, that's good. Yes, I'm Milavoy. I cannot thank you enough for what you helped to do. And protecting Felix too, that was a miracle.
I do what I can.
You can see him, like there's sweat on his forehead. He doesn't look sick like he did before, but he doesn't look well. He's holding like one of his arms close to his body like it's broken or hurt in some way, and he's panting, maybe a little bit feverish, but not truly feverish. Like there's something wrong with him, but not like before.
Okay. Is something wrong with you? Are you ill? You look like the wind was knocked out from you, forcefully and brutally.
Yeah, well, it did take some time to get my strength back after being bedridden for such a while, but this current predicament I find myself in, as I've been finding myself in a lot of recently for some reason, Morning Lord, what have I done? I touched the door, and, lightning zapped me. I am very lucky I'm alive.
Come here.
Could you help me up? I'm very trembly at the moment.
And she just walks over to him.
I just kind of crawled in here hoping to rest over here. I can't really get up.
She'll with an arm pick him up, lift him up. And
he's a kind of muscly dude himself, so you know, you doing that is like, oh, okay.
And he'll, as she does, she'll do 5 points lay on hands.
Like immediately, the color to his skin comes back a little bit, and he doesn't hold his hand as as much to his body as before. And like, wow, you truly are blessed by the Morning Lord. That's amazing.
Thank you. Well, but you said that this door here zapped you with lightning.
Yes, it's some kind of strange sound, and then this lightning was all over the place, and it struck through me, and then it kept on being like a lightning storm, but there were no clouds. It was just right here, around the tower, and then a few minutes passed, and it disappeared, and I've been all out there all night.
I see. The door's trapped with a spell of lightning, and she jog my memory, but
Uh-huh.
I believe there was a certain asshole that trapped his very bad spell shop door in Paranoid Papa's attic that zapped a Nyx, right?
Yeah, that was also a lightning trap at the door, for sure.
Ooh, could this be? she, she, with a squinted eye, goes over to the door in question.
I would be very careful. Soon as I stepped up there and touched the door, it hurt me a lot.
I see. Well, she looks around for a rock.
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks
And-
around, so don't worry.
Okay, she picks one up and tosses it at the door.
Alright. It bounces off against the door, nothing happens.
Excellent. She gets a big rock. A really big rock. Oh, is this door made of metal? Does it look like it's made of metal?
Yes, okay, so looking at the door, it is indeed made out of metal. There's no visible handles or hinges, and there's a large embossed symbol in the middle of it, connected with some strange symbol, some stick figures around it, and carved into the lintel above it, the door, there's a name, Artemis.
Oh, that's new. She looked back. She put. Now, as a player, knowing this door is made of metal and not wood,
You dropped the stone.
I dropped a big stone and go look at him. Briefly. Was that caravan there here before?
Yes, when I arrived yesterday night looking for shelter, he was there too. I thought it was inhabitant. Maybe I could get some, help. Why are you out here basically nowhere?
I was on my way heading north before I wanted to stop by a town where Gilly and
Lottie.
and Gilly and Lottie were with the two boys. I was surprised that Father Lucian hasn't picked them up by then, and was on the hunt for the ruffians that attacked the village, and find myself here. But better question, why are you here, little boy?
We do find ourselves in a very similar situation, and I curse myself I didn't leave earlier. Maybe I would have been able to catch it before. I was sent out by Father Lucian to go and see how Felix was doing and pick up Jeska and bring him back to Valaki. But when I arrived at the fishing village, well, and I thought I could go searching for them.
Well, our objectives align then. And she's looking at this tower. Are there any visible windows that she can peer into?
The only windows that you can see are these thinner arrow slots that are only on the highest floor. The tower is between 23 to 30 meters tall at the lowest to the tallest point, and it has this scaffolding on this side of the tower that kind of moves up with a series of stairs up to like a hole a little bit higher up on this end. But the scaffolding itself looks ancient and dry and rickety.
And probably not something a 150 kilogram, no armor dragonborn should be climbing upon.
Probably not.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just the door.
Okay, other than that, it's the door. She checks out the wagon. The wagon kind of knocks on it.
Yeah.
Esmeralda, are you in there?
The silence of the grave meets you back.
She knocks on it harder. Are you asleep?
A 6-foot silence of the grave meets you.
Well, maybe she's out cold. And she punches the door to forcefully open it.
The wagon is definitely made of like the sturdier kind of thing. So like there's like a little bit of like the wood moves with you and then bounces back, and it doesn't actually, you know, usually wooden doors kind of buckle underneath your strength, but this one holds. There's a padlock, like no, not a padlock, but like a heavy iron lock at the back.
At the back.
But
Like,
at this point, you can hear the sound of wagon wheels and horses approaching from the south.
Ooh, from this way.
Yeah. This is north and this is south, so it's kind of like coming from this area over here.
All right, that away.
That away.
And she hears this,
Mhm.
and she beckons Milliboy. Come here. Somebody's coming.
Oh, no, should we hide? What should we do?
Most definitely hide.
Okay.
And she's like, and she gestures him to go into like this little crag behind
Okay.
the.
Alright, you hide behind the wagon. The wagon
yeah.
should be slightly bigger than
if
what it
that's
is on
where
the screen.
crack hag is?
Oh my god, don't start, Illyria. Make me a stealth cunning.
Cunning. Oh, okay, at disadvantage because it is some chunky armor.
But I think it's specifically stealth dexterity that you get disadvantage on with armor.
Oh, but with
makes sense.
cunning, that does make. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I get you.
yeah.
I get you. Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Like cunning is more about like where to hide, whereas dexterity is more like how not to sound.
It don't matter. That's a 7.
Well, Milliball got a 9. Anyway, on the other side of things, it has been a very tense journey through the thicket of this particularly wild patch of the Swallish Woods as Illyria, Hamardia, and Nyx, 3 down, makes their journey north over this overgrown road, searching for Esmeralda's tower. You have traveled for about 2 hours this morning. It's been very uncomfortable, very bumpy. But then eventually the road, opens up to this clearing that you can see this at this causeway that leads out to this marshy island where a big stone tower sits surrounded by these dark, calm waters of this lake.
What are we looking for here exactly?
Esmeralda, I think.
Well, that was maybe a chance, as he said, that you'd be coming here, but that was
What's
a
an
while ago.
Esmeralda?
Nick's
We've been over
cousin.
this. It's my cousin.
Oh yes, of course. Right.
And also sort of Richton's apprentice.
I'm not sure about the apprentice. Certainly some sort of student under him, but
Wait, I thought Van Richten hated, Vistani.
I'm not sure it was as simply put as that. Van Richten saw a means to incite a war. Whether or not Ezzy was aware of that, I'm not sure, but it's something I intend to ask her about. After all, why would she be working for a guy that wants to kill her own kind? Doesn't make sense to me.
It's a good question.
I don't think Ezzy knew. So maybe, I don't know. There's a chance that she's still here. Is it the map accurate with the chimney? Chimney? Smoking?
Yeah. You can actually see that from afar. And now you also see the Vistani-like wagon parked by the door, but you will have to leave your own wagon and horses behind. You don't have that kind of sturdiness to your wagon, and this little causeway looks a little bit risky to pass over with your wagon and horses.
Well, we weren't intending to do that. We were trying to harness it here and let the horses be able to eat some sort of grass or stuff.
Yeah. So you leave it behind, you stir up your horses and secure your wagon, and then you go on foot over this little, causeway over here. Underneath the wagon, in between the wheels, there are 2 sets of feet.
What kind of feet?
There's somebody there.
Armored. One is armored and beefy. The other one is, big for a humanoid, but like traveler's clothes kind of deal. But it's a little bit shadowy, so you can't really see that much. But you know that there are 2 people behind that wagon.
I pointed out to say, I think there's some inept bandits trying to get a quick buck.
Okay.
Illyria draws has a hand on her rapier and is just kind of
Nyx holds a sacred flame ready.
Wait, so can see who they are. Or maybe they already caught us and it doesn't matter.
They completely not hear us.
As for the Milivoy, the voices has gotten a little bit more hushed. And you might have heard something about bandits hiding or something like that. They seem to be onto you.
Listen, I am not in the mood for bandits. I will flay
Yeah,
them.
just gonna say.
What does Asvada do first?
She gets her, she has her hand hovering, going behind her back to grab her halberd as she says to Milivoy, a very hushed whisper, "Stand down. They think we're bandits."
Milivoy has actually brought out a shovel that he had with him. That was his weapon, chosen weapon. And then he looks up at you. Wait, really? Then what do we do? We're not bandits. Last time I checked.
But they
just said we're bandits again.
They don't know that we're not bandits, but we also don't know that they're bandits.
Did you hear that? They said we are bandits.
Are we bandits? Wait, I'm confused now.
I think
Get
they
out
said
from
that they
under
were
that
bandits.
wagon.
Okay, so are you bandits or not? You confused me.
Are they saying this out loud?
Yeah, it seems like it. And
Illyria's
at that
just
point,
Illyria's "God damn it," and then just kind of shouts "Get out from under that wagon!"
you immediately recognize the voice.
She says to Milivoy, "Wait, I know these voices." And she...
We are bandits.
Never should have come here.
They are the worst of the worst.
And she does not grab her halberd as she stands up straight and tall and steps out from behind the wagon. Illyria, Hamartia, and Nyx.
Oh.
Wait, you're not a bandit?
Neither are you.
What the What are you doing here? I mean, it's so good to see you. We should pop. I'm just stunning.
What are you doing here?
Nix just
for
like
missing children.
runs up to Asphodel and just like glumps her.
No. Oh.
Aww. Nix is running in for that hug, and she's just looking down at him, arms kind of like out wide. It's only been a week.
A lot has happened in the past week.
Dear God, it's only been a week.
I counted. I seriously counted. And it's basically 7 days. It's crazy.
Milavoy, you can come out. It's safe. It's Lady Illyria and the rest of the group.
Oh, that's really, really good. I will get a formal moment to say thank you. Thank you so much for, helping Felix and all the other orphans and nursing me back to my normal self. Thank you.
Did you pick up the Gravekeeper of Valaki on your travels? As for that.
No, I just met him a few moments ago.
Inside check.
Do
I
it.
don't know what insight is, but I know what
No,
empathy composure is.
Comp.
You can go ahead.
It's gonna be really low.
You're gonna be convinced that Asphodel kidnapped him.
No, you're pretty sure this time Asphodel hasn't kidnapped somebody from Valaki.
Would be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first time, but this time you're pretty sure that didn't happen.
I keep doing GM roll. My bad. I'm used to GM rolling in Roll20. It was a 16.
Same dude.
16? Okay.
Same dude.
It's very clear that she's just as confused and as much as you're here, also as to why Milavoy is here.
I mean, I thought you were looking for a skull. What are you doing here?
I was on my way north to where where those soldiers could not go, and I took advantage of going north to the fishing village where Lottie and Gilly are, as well.
Did you find Gilly?
Did you find Gilly?
No, I've not found them yet. All I know is that as much as they've not returned, there's this lady, the group leader. What was her name? It was Kirill, that raided the fishing village, taking the children. Do you know something about this?
Well, we ran into Lottie.
I mean, you might want to sit down for this, as for that. It's not exactly good news.
Oh. Well, she's looking around for a suitable thing to sit on, and the rock she put down, she sits on the rock.
Perfect.
Well, go on.
Illyria?
Well, we went to Kresk to find out more about Nyx, as well as visit the pond. There we have learned about the abbot and decided to pay him a visit. And that is where we found Lottie, who came to ask him for help with finding the missing children.
What of Gilly? I'm glad Lottie is alive, but
Hold
Gilly?
on, that's not everything.
he was still looking for them. We also learned that the werewolves have been kidnapping children.
Mm.
to
The ones
grow
who.
their eggs.
You're missing out an important point there, Illyria.
They are also allied with Strahd, and
About Lottie.
well, Lottie is ill. She was subject to the Abbot's twisted experiments, and we need to find Gilly because she really needs him.
Asphodel immediately stands up. Abbott and Kresk experiments.
Oh, yeah, that was. Also, he's Nyx's father, don't ask.
He took people's body parts and made those flesh golems out of that, trying to imitate Tatiana.
And it wanted to put Illyria's soul in one of his weird golems to satisfy Strahd in some
All
weird,
of the
twisted
people
manner.
that came to him for help, he did those twisted experiments on and gave
That
them
was their
animal
payment.
limbs.
Asphodel has the look of the most emotion you've seen on her, of disgust and anger. A flesh golem to satisfy
Yeah.
that asshole, that pathetic whelp of flesh that flies around in bat skin that should be nailed on a wall like a trophy.
Would you settle for a corpse that is burned to a crisp?
Strahd or this Abbott?
Well, the
Abbott.
Abbot is dead. We did find something that might help us, and Illyria kind of realizes that Milivoy is still there.
Anyway, you probably
Is
shouldn't.
this a
Tell us
private
about that later.
conversation? Should I just step away? I mean, it's okay.
If you know the next date, I will have to kill you.
No, we are not killing Milivoy. He's been through enough.
That is
I-
why I won't say a thing. I hope you understand.
Oh, by the way, Amathia, it's a pleasure. Didn't mean to threaten you.
That's pleasure is all mine. I mean, I can step away. It's no problem. It seems like I've stumbled upon a reunion here.
Maybe
We want-
just a couple of minutes, Milivoy, if you would be so kind. Just
Yeah, I
take in
will-
the sights.
Yes, I will stay in eyeshot, but I will walk over here. All right. Gives finger guts.
So,
Illyria does finger guns back.
You poor
what
first
is
lady.
this
walking.
hand gesture? I don't understand it. Why are you making a finger L and finger?
I think these are the hand gestures the youth do.
Oh, wait, is it like a protected finger?
Hit with the
Well,
kids.
it's kind of weird. It seems to be a universal thing. Maybe some sort of ancient tradition.
Well, back to the main point. First, glad you found your father. I'm also glad you killed the bastard after hearing that. Also sorry you had to kill your father. That must have been unpleasant.
I mean, it's not like he did anything for me. And it wasn't all bad, a result of the killing him. If I had any shred of sympathy or love for him, I certainly didn't feel it. Not when he told me that he was looking to take Illyria's soul to feed the flesh golem that he wants to give to Strahd as compensation or some sort of way to satiate his hunger. Nor when he bled out underneath a compatriot's blade who, well, is currently missing.
Well, as they say, not all parents deserve children. Or a good life. Or a good end.
Well, I somehow managed to inherit the Abbey in Kresk and all of the fun things that goes with that. But Lottie, when we found her, was amongst others that were also mutilated and had parts of their bodies removed and replaced with some strange, twisted monstrosity limbs. Lottie isn't completely unscathed.
What did he do to her?
Her hand.
She's missing a hand.
Managed to stem the bleeding. If had we not arrived, she would have bled out. But she doesn't know where Gilly is. And as far as we know, he is out looking for her.
Well, in that case, suppose we'll find Gilly and the kids together. And whatever werewolf we come across.
Not werewolf. Werewolves.
Werewolf.
A large pack
Also,
of werewolves.
Tribe even.
if we attack the werewolves, it will be an open declaration of war to Strahd.
So what do you suppose we do when we encounter these dogs?
Well, our current theory is let's go see what they're up to first and then make an assumption then. Because other than the assumption that they are taking the children, which is pretty strong assumptions, we don't know exactly what sort of forces we are dealing with. And barging into a cave full of werewolves is not exactly the
As much
smartest
as
thing
I
to do.
hate it, and as much as I want to, we're not ready to openly declare war yet.
Very well. Now, this is why you keep away from ridiculous politics. But, nevertheless, I hope we do get a chance to do something to them, if not attack.
There's a lot to catch you up on as for that, but maybe that requires a few cups of
Yeah.
wine.
There's...
What are you doing here at Essie's Tower?
Well, I found it when I was trying to track down the children, Gilly, Lottie, any werewolves, or pack of wolves, and I stumbled upon it as, well, with Nilavoy there. He was sent by Father Lucian to pick up Yeska and Felix, but they were taken by this pack.
We need to hurry then, if you care about these children,
We certainly do.
because if anything with our little encounter went by, they might try to turn them into werewolves themselves. So we need to hurry.
We certainly do. Be careful of that door. It springs lightning.
No.
Alex shudders immediately.
Why would it do that? That doesn't seem very practical.
Well, it is a trapped door.
Can I look at the door? Tower door?
Yeah. So you see the same thing. This metal door with no hinges, no handles, with this embossed circle in the middle, with some arcane symbols, some stick figures, and above the lintel is the name Artemis.
Can I deduce any sort of magical origins about this symbol?
Make me an occult with intelligence.
Artemis was that gnome, right?
You do recognize the name Artemis indeed. Artemis Fideta, which was Meulen's father.
Oh.
Yeah, with arcane locks and stuff that they made.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of, indeed, of an arcane symbol. Not entirely sure immediately like what it means, but it's definitely arcane in nature.
Get 15.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's what I get.
Yes.
So, did you try it at all? As for that?
The trapped door? No.
You didn't
This-
touch it or anything?
I didn't, but Milavoy had.
Where did you touch it, Smellerboy?
It's not
Oh,
here. It's still-
Yeah.
Tell me where the
Yeah.
bad door touched you.
Where did you touch the bad door?
he kind of waves and like, you're talking to me, and like,
Talking to me.
I like do some sort of charade gestures. The door! Where did you touch the door?
he moves forward a few steps, and then there's like a light of recognition in his eyes. I just tried to push it open, or tried to find some kind of way to open it, and as soon as I touched it, lightning everywhere.
Where did you touch the door?
Ah.
On the metal part.
It's all fucking metal. This kid is
Can
useless.
Illyria just kind of like wave him like back to us now that we're done? Like,
Yeah, he steps forward a little bit sheepishly, like still holding his arm a little bit close to his body. He's still missing a few HP. Yeah, I'm sorry about the shouting. I used both of my hands and just tried to push it open, and that's when I got zapped.
Did you knock on the door?
I called out, and
You're not answering my questions very well, Melloboy.
No.
Are you okay?
it has been a few days, and I'm sorry. No, I did not immediately knock. I called out, and then I tried to push the door open.
I see. So, as for that, we learned a couple of things whilst you were out looking for your skull. That it's possible that the owner of this tower was once part of a family that was well renowned for their intricate locks.
Hey, you beat it. Go. Away with you.
Melloboy, shoot.
What?
Me?
Me? Is that me? Am I? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I will
No,
go.
no, no.
we
It's for your
don't-
own safety. Go, go, go.
I mean, all right. Okay, I'm going.
Move.
Okay.
Marty, are you okay?
No.
Nyx is gonna go to the door.
Okay.
I am not at all excited about being electrocuted again by a door, so... But... I feel compelled to try.
Wait. Why? What do you expect to have beyond this door, just so we're on the same page?
Well, for one, my cousin.
Okay. Can you like send a message or anything? Maybe there's some mail, some sort of secretly stunning dance that you can do to open the door.
That's my intention. And Nix grabs and uses the handle to knock the door, and he'll take a pose of the first one, the first symbol, on the top left at 10 o'clock. Raises his hands up like he's unarmed, because he is unarmed.
Oh.
Make me a dexterity check.
Check, not saving throw.
No, just a check.
How
Secret
dexterous.
info.
As he does this, I'm gonna have Aspida to like back away from the door. And
So the thing is, when you take the knocker into your hand, accidentally, a part of your hand brushes up against the metal of the door itself. There is a sudden cracking noise, and the whole tower is engulfed in lightning. Anything within a 2-meter radius of it will suffer this damage, but Aspida did say she stepped a few steps, backed away,
Yeah.
and the other
Any
guys
of
are.
us would be
No.
close to
No,
Nick.
so this is just Nix.
Come on!
I need you to make me also.
I'm sorry, but I'm not standing close to you when you want to knock on the clearly trapped door.
Next, we need
No,
to
it's
do
a lock.
a dexterity saving throw.
Hey man, the risk.
Oh no. You take 22 points of lightning damage.
Voltage.
I mean, that's actually not that bad for Nix's health pool.
But the whole tower continues being engulfed in lightning, and so on your next turn, you stumble away out of the range of it and just watch as this random crackles of lightning just engulfs it like a shield.
Illyria immediately, like when he steps out of it, rushes to Nyx. It's like, you okay?
I don't think
probably-
what you did worked.
I accidentally touched the door. It was an easy mistake to make. I didn't realize these gloves were that bulky.
How the hell did Milovoid survive this? If it did that sort of thing on you.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it looked worse than it was as he puts out one of his hairs that's smoking.
Aspida like helps him up, and as she does, lay on 5 points of lay on hands, just like she did with Milovoy.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you need more? Do you need more healing?
I mean, I'm okay. I wasn't that bad. I'm not all the way hurt quite yet, but
Milliboy steps up. Like, are you guys crazy? I told you
Yes.
not to do that.
I have a
Nyx,
theory
that's
that
an invitation.
I have a theory. Okay, look, there are symbols on the door. They look like they have some sort of position lock. All I had to do was knock the door with the handle and not touch the door, and everything would have been fine. The moment I touched the door, then the lightning went.
Maybe try doing the thing you wanted to do without knocking?
Maybe Elia can do it. Elia is way more agile on her feet than any of us.
It's not about being agile on the feet. I just accidentally touched the door.
As they're talking about the door, Aspida is gonna pick up a rock.
Oh.
Look at that window right up there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's let's see. Like 13, 14 meters up?
It's a pebble, it's a pebble. ask for like a asphodel palm-sized rock, a pebble.
Okay.
And
Throwing distance is still 412.
I'll take the disadvantage.
And this is like slightly outside of that. Okay, well, we can try, but it's going to be extremely hard. Disadvantage.
That's fine. Okay, so it's gonna be a D20. Would this be a strength mod or
A dexterity, because it's more about accuracy here.
I was thinking strength because she has the whole intention to make a sound when this baby hits the
Okay.
any
okay.
part of it.
So it's a higher chance it will impact the stone rather than the window, because if we want to specifically hit the window, the dexterity. But if just anything up there, just the sound, then strength.
Cool. Well, this be kind of like athletics.
This would be a strength check with proficiency if you have improvised weaponry, which I don't think you have.
No, she does not. That would be no proficiency.
So if it's just 1d20
strength.
plus your strength and the disadvantage.
Uh, 19.
Oh wow.
Okay, I mean, with the 19, it doesn't end up going as high as you wanted to, but it's definitely like a dull impact sound as the rock impacts the stone underneath the window.
Are we sure there is someone there?
Do we want to look inside?
I mean, I can probably reach that window with a force blast if I...
No,
We
I was
should.
thinking, why don't we just look through the window?
And Soul to look through the window?
Yes. I already used him today. Okay, fine. So,
Well,
Alright,
we
I
have
can
other
do
means.
it.
thank you.
You have to wait though, because the tower's still crackling with energy, with lightning. And Milaboy explains that it will die down in a few minutes. About 10 minutes passes, the lightning finally dies down. And the lightning, like this electricity trap around it, is kind of loud, which makes you to think that, you know, if there's somebody in the tower, they would probably be aware that something is happening if the trap goes off.
Mhm.
But the moth goes wee with Harmartia's consciousness sitting within Soul, watching what Soul watches, and Soul goes in a little spiral, ascends up in the air, and then looks into the window of the uppermost floor, or any other floors first.
Let's start with the uppermost and go down there.
Okay.
We spiral.
You can see through this very thick pane of glass. It's a little bit skewed, your vision through it, but what you can see is this living space. There's a desk with a few items. There's a kitchenette kind of area. There's a bed. There's a decorative suit of armor standing. There's also 4 chains that are attached to the ceiling in like a pulley system that attaches to a square section of the floor. That's kind of what you see.
Relay all of that information as Soul goes down in the spiral to see everything else.
You look into like the window slits of the 3rd floor. There's this 4 chains that comes from the ceiling and goes down, and then there's this very, very I would say rotten wooden floor, and this hole in the center of the floor. There's also a hole in the wall. The hole in the floor is symmetrical and square. The hole in the wall is more chaotic. The 2nd floor, there's no hole in the in the wall. There's still these chains. There's still this symmetrical square hole in the floor. There's still this wooden flooring that seems very rotten. There's nothing else there. And the first floor doesn't have any windows.
It seems someone lives here, but some areas are poorly maintained.
No one inside then.
Not what I can see.
It's interesting because that chimney's still smoking.
Maybe it's a ghost.
Right,
That
frankly,
makes
I've
fires.
had enough of ghosts.
Well, Nix, if you wish to make another attempt at the door without touching it or brushing upon it,
I think I can handle at least another try. At least my idea here is to knock on the door. If something happens, great, but there seems to be symbols on there that seem to look like a person making gestures. And the Fidgetovs love their elaborate locks, and so I just thought maybe...
They also love weird riddles, right?
Yeah.
Right, but, you know, the riddles themselves seemed like somewhat understood. I don't know. I will try. I will make sure, doubly sure, to try and touch the handle only this time.
As for that, just so we're clear, how much healing do you have left in you? Do you want to take bets?
I'm sure he'll be careful. You'll be careful, right?
And yes, of course, now that I know it's just the handle, I will be extra careful.
One
Not the
gold,
handle.
one gold coin, he gets zapped.
Like, we've not been through all this only for you to get electrocuted.
I'm fine, Illyria, trust me.
Well, we'll be on standby in case if you get zapped too hard. So don't worry.
I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you. I will.
Nix is gonna go up again, taking extra care.
Yeah, this time you
Not
don't need to
touch the
roll
door.
because now you know. Now you know. You take extra care, and you only knock. There's a bit of echoing sound.
Is it on my end that Bex sounds like a robot?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Robot Bexxy.
I know, it's Robot Bexxy. It's Mecha Bexxy. Bexxy's evolved form.
Who knows?
She's gonna kill us all. She killed Fad. I mean, you can't believe. I mean, the fact that Asphoda is still alive is really. I mean, it's. Asphoda is really
we always
privileged.
wanted to keep it open for, like, Asphoda to come back, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Testing.
I mean,
1,
if
2,
it
3.
wasn't open, like, yes, Asphoda would fucking die.
It was better.
Yeah.
For testing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So.
Yeah.
Back to my normal self. Of course, it's not a conspiracy theory. I'm not a robot.
That's what a robot who tries to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, all the deception check, Bexy.
I'm not a replicator. You stepped up to the door. You take extra care. The echo is muffled but audible and seems to be moving through an open space within. Anything else? Nothing happens?
I mean, I'm given the way that the door looks and the lock looks.
Mm-hmm.
Nix's idea is to make the gestures in sequence of what the line is.
Oh, so okay. Oh, I see. Absolutely. So starting with the two hands up or
Yeah.
the two hands down?
Two hands up, I guess. It makes no difference. I don't know if it would make any difference. He doesn't have enough information for here, but he starts with his hands up and
Okay.
then I guess, puts his left arm down, and then hands to the side, and then both arms down, then both hands up again, then right hand down, hands to the side, and then both arms down.
Illyria, Aspida, Harmonia, and Miniboy, you watch Nyx do these strange things with his hands. And I mean, you have seen Nyx dance at some point before, I guess, and he was pretty good at it. But this is...
I'm doing the robot dance!
He's doing some weird robot dance right now, and it's just stiff, a little bit awkward, nerdy, quirky.
Asphodel just has like a corked brow as he's like roboting out there.
I mean, he's not getting electrocuted, so he's doing something right.
Fair point.
About halfway through, he's gonna get into it and start shaking his booty.
Oh my!
Mate is just thinking to herself, this is the man who is going to kill me, and right now he is shaking his butt.
I
And
didn't know dancing locked doors can be provocative.
Maybe send out this stick
I'm
expression.
pretty sure Nyx finds a way to make anything provocative.
and as you take the last pose, the door creaks open on its own.
Woo!
Amakia gives a warm clap.
Bravo!
Illyria has like this grin and also gives like a little like clap, like
Nyx like jumps around and does like a, I don't know, half boogie, and says, "What can I say? I guess understanding how gnomes really are gives me this impression of how to do things." By the way, they were gnomish. As for that.
Ah, I see. Gnomes dance. Like
Right.
that.
This is how they dance. This is how Kelvin danced when he was a little too drunk.
Oh god.
like wasn't Kelvin like a swamp gnome?
Yeah, it was.
He
Yeah.
liked to do the worm rather than the robot.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure the robot is like a rock gnome thing.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh god.
Nyx takes a bow and like gestures to the party. Told you to trust me.
I do trust you. I just don't like seeing you get electrocuted.
Nyx gives a kind of aw look.
That's probably one of the nicest things she has ever said to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, wait a second.
Oh god.
Well,
Not a high
we're always
bar.
full of surprises. Well, shall we go in?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to stay out here.
Oh, no.
I like take a few steps into up the staircase and just shouting, "Ezzy, it's Nyx!"
Yeah, it's empty. There's no voice that shouts back at you, and this is what you say.
Choo-hoo!
Well
Big-
then.
Speak some
Oh.
blowout, say it.
So the you see this circular room that's very open, flagstone floor strewn with debris, and a fuel crate stand near a wall. There's a square indentation in the center of the floor that has taut iron chains that stretch up through similarly sized hole in the rotted ceiling above you, and standing around it are 4 tall clay statues.
You guys have fun for a while. I'll be watching over here.
You don't want to come inside? Oh, suit yourself.
Okay, have fun, man. Yes.
Well,
You
at least keep an eye on Milavoy. And
Yes,
she steps in.
I don't really want to leave you alone out here.
I only have so.
I mean, yeah, but we haven't given Soul a shiv yet.
Fair enough. I guess I just need some time alone. You know? So unless these golems are going to come to life and try to kill you all, I just don't see myself being useful here.
I certainly hope not. But
Do you guys want me to stay out here? Come with you?
I mean, it's
Let's-
probably safer if you wait out here wait for Marc, yeah?
Okay, I'm going to go and hide somewhere because things haven't been going that well for me recently.
Yes, and do, stay out of the range of any possible lightning storm.
Yes, I will do that. I will try to take a nap as well.
Look like you could use a nap.
Considering what I want to continue be doing, yes, I need a nap.
the lightning that hit me wasn't exactly quiet, so just in case, I don't know, take a nap around the side there behind the cart, just so that you're out of sight. Who knows who could come looking? We encountered some werewolf tracks last night.
Great. Yes, I will do that. Be careful, please.
If I see anyone, I'll let Soul come to you and notify you. He'll sit on your head, if anything. We need your attention here.
All right.
Okay,
Good luck, you.
more puzzles.
So, you step into this limited space area. It's hard not to brush up against the statues when you're all kind of standing in the entrance area, especially with Asphodel there.
Is that a fat joke?
No, she's muscly and burly and big. She's an Amazonian. She's a She-Hulk.
Oh,
Jeez.
please, not She-Hulk. No.
Attorney at
No.
law.
It's a smear across the whole franchise.
Anyway, what do you want to do?
Okay, so
Are
we
these?
have 4 muscular men without... Wait. Nix, we don't have the thing that you have.
I mean,
What? Oh
probably for
no.
the best, Hamatia. These are constructs.
Wait, so humans don't have them, or is it like a tiefling thing?
I will let you ponder the complexities of anatomy out here whilst we go inside.
Alright then, you have fun.
All right. As you leave Illyria behind, the door is still open. Wide open. What do you want to do?
Go inside?
All right,
Yeah, go
you're standing
inside.
inside. There's not a lot of space when you're all there standing in the entrance.
Go to the platform that seems to be looking like a freaking elevator.
All right. There's not a lot of space with all 3 of you there. If you all want to be on this platform, you gotta hug each other.
I mean,
Sure. Nix
Yeah,
is
yeah. Get
friendly
cozy, get
enough.
cozy.
All right, you get cozy. You
wandering hands.
Okay. And
Wait.
then what?
I'm gonna ask for us and look up how does this platform work? Now seeing that there are chains.
Mm-hmm.
Is there pulleys up there? Do we have to pull these chains?
There seems to be some kind of mechanism for these chains to be going up and down. Yes. But it seems incredibly heavy. like even too heavy for somebody as Esfada.
She's.
Mm,
Is there like a lever?
Or
Maybe
we
just
have
say up?
You're using chariots
Hmm?
wrong.
Maybe just say up?
Where are the chariots?
sure. Up,
Okay. How you use chariots, okay?
elevate,
No, you
ascend.
charge and then don't stop
At
moving.
the same time,
If-
all
if you-
four
if you
heads
get bogged down, you
of these
really
clay
need to understand
statues
they have no melee defense, but
move up,
all. That's why.
and
I learned that
carved eyes kind of stare
you can-
right ahead,
Okay, then
but nothing else happens.
it's fucked. You just get that.
Wait,
Pull.
chains.
Grab the chains?
Please?
Please.
At the same time, all four golems reach out their hand and grabs one chain at a time, and then with very jerky movements, slowly but surely, you start moving upwards.
Like to keep those.
Apparently, everyone is a polite person around here.
Oh, this is different. So, now that we're ascending, I notice that you and Harmontia are getting along better than before.
You think?
It's hard to concentrate.
You really got elevator music.
It's
Well,
very
we
slow, so, you know, slow ascent.
We kind of had to. Things got a little bit heavy the past week. I did some things that I'm not proud of. I hit rock bottom, you could say. And I didn't treat Hamatia very well. Sure, I'm upset about how Kelvin was taken from me, but I've learned a lot. And I'm trying to be better. And after I ended the life of my bastard father, we were... Well, I was grateful to everyone involved, including Illyria.
Oh, including Illyria.
And... Well, I mean, yeah, you're right there. And
The elevator finally makes it all the way up to this furnished room. Unlike the other levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation. And although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it, with the dying embers of a fire still going.
It's almost like a wood god.
Oh my god. Light enters through air slits, through dirt-caked windows, through broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. All the wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof above you, but has somehow remained intact. And mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hangs these iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform.
someone likes to live luxuriously.
Asphodel kind of takes a little sniff of the air. Well, if you call that the smell of luxury, sure.
Probably.
I
as
was being
luxurious
ironic,
as
as for that.
it gets outside of the castle in Barovia, to be honest.
The mattress isn't moldy.
Asphodel takes a step off the platform.
Is
If you
bed.
stole one of my
It
songs.
is a bed.
He kind of looks towards Nyx.
Oh no.
Nyx kind of looks towards Illyria.
Oh god.
Asphodel looks at the
What
both
have
of
I
them.
done?
Did I miss something?
No,
No.
we just been on the road a bit.
It's only been a week.
I know, my ass is killing me.
You've been traveling for the full week?
A lot of it, actually, yes.
We also fought his father as well as the
We had a ball.
ghost. Oh yeah, we were at a ball in Castle Ravenloft.
Well, I'm glad I missed that.
Oh, it went great.
She looks at her, like, completely serious. Great.
Let's see what's up here. Let's take a look around, everyone.
I upset Strahd a little bit.
As she's looking around, she nods her head. Well, with a thing being so, with such high, unreasonable expectations, I don't think it was so difficult to do that.
It seemed he didn't actually want me to remember anything about what happened in the past, but I think that's a story for maybe when we set up camp later.
Feels like there's going to be a lot of stories tonight.
It feels like it's been a really long week, as for that. Strangely so.
Certainly seems for you all. But I'm glad that all three of you are alive.
We were four for a little while.
You found another person. Did they already leave? Parted
Vector
ways?
sent someone to look for me.
Did he now?
He was the only survivor and was given to me as a gift by Strahd.
I'd hardly call that a gift.
He was supposed to spy on us. But I think he just wanted to get out of here. He was sort of a mercenary type.
A job went wrong, then.
Perhaps. I mean, don't really know. He kind of disappeared last night. Leaving behind a couple
His
of magical
name
items.
Was Thaddeus Vance.
Depends on what you buff.
Thaddeus Vance. Well, can't say that I've heard of a name like that before.
Wait,
He
what
was
happened?
very private of a person, not too forthcoming with much information. Very proud.
I figured you wouldn't know him, but I thought you might know of his mother.
His mother?
Although they didn't have a good relationship.
Oh, that's when it clicks. As for that. The current Grandmaster of the Art and Purifiers is Miss Vance.
Oh! Oh, I see. I see. The grand. Wait, you said grandson, or
The Grand Master of the Ardent Purifiers is has her last name is Vance.
okay. Oh, I see. I see. They sent. That's isn't that not the Grand Master of the Argon Purifiers?
Yes. They don't seem to have a good relationship, and I don't think the Argent Purifiers had anything to do with sending him.
Well, you did say Merc after all,
Yeah.
and I would be and that surprises me more if they aren't that, well, good standing why he would take up a job at all for the Argon Purifiers.
Make me an intelligence actually check as for them to see if you were interested in the internal gossips.
10.
Okay, 10. You do know that Grandmaster Van's son was at some point trained to become a member of the Order. You're not sure what happened, but he quit. And Vance doesn't really like talking about it.
Okay. That was all the more odd. I do know that he was trained to be a part of the Order, but quit partway through.
He didn't seem to have a good relationship to his mother or to the Purifiers, so it makes sense, but we don't know where he is now.
Wow.
We found a suspicious letter and tracks leading to a puddle of blood.
Well, that's not good. Especially since he was, quote unquote, gifted to you via Strahd, sent as a spy. I don't believe his fate, including, like, blood included, was good.
Mm. One thing we have learned with that is that you don't really count him out until everything is said and done.
Do you think he's still alive?
I can't say. We took some of his blood just in case for the future. Maybe I can
Hope that
eventually
he is,
find him.
so we can get him out of here as well. I think it's one more reason to make sure this all ends.
Well, we can begin by searching this room. The faster we go through this, the faster we find a way out.
Van Richten was very adamant about ending the reign of Strahd. Maybe there's something is here. Maybe some research. There seems to be a lot of books here. Bexxy, can you say what was in the room again?
As you turn to look at all the interesting things in the room and get ready to touch and prod and search, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of Mother Mystery. And I will tell you what's in the room next time.
Yay!
Yay!